Gents, let's talk about some self-improvement today and get our minds focused on what's truly important because it certainly isn't women. I know that times are hard right now. People are losing their jobs left and right, the prices of everyday items are going through the roof, there is no more sense of stability in the markets, and people are having to go without so that they can pay their bills and keep the lights on. This is where we are today, and it's projected that 2023 will be worse. So when I tell you that women are not important right now, you better believe every word I say. Now it's not the time to be picking up dead weight going into cuffing season. I've said this multiple times to prepare you for what's to come, because if you think that we'll be going back to normal anytime soon, you have a next thing coming. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but things are not returning to a new normal anytime soon, and it's about to get worse before it gets better. Do you really think that they were going to shut down the world, something that has never been done before in the history of humanity, and print an excessive amount of money without there being any repercussions? Come on, brothers, we can't complain about women being delusional, and we're over here thinking everything was going to be fine and nothing bad was going to happen. That's not how the world works. With every action comes an equal and opposite reaction. So what we're experiencing right now is a result of the pandemic, massive money printing, provoked war, and the elites taking the opportunity to reset the world and move us out of the Industrial Revolution into the digital revolution. Unfortunately, we're just caught up in the middle of this transition, and that's why we have to struggle until they reset everything. But based on some other things that the new world, you know who has been saying, I don't think most of us will ever recover by the time they complete their agenda. They already said you will own nothing and you'll be happy, you will eat less meat, and also you'll be eating insects and you'll like it. Judging from those statements alone, I don't think these people have our best interest at heart at all. So you have to be the one to look out for yourself so you don't have to be forced to eat insects. So the point that I'm trying to make is now is the time to take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of humanity. This is to ensure that when the smoke clears, all of you watching this will be in a good financial position so you can have leverage and options entering the new digital economy. Women can't help you, gents, I'm tired of telling you guys. Yet still, I constantly need to remind you that they are only going to enter your life in the spirit of desperation, trying to finesse and take everything they can from you to ensure their survival. This is what they do. They'll try to latch onto a man like a parasite and suck and dry of his resources slowly but surely until they cannot get anything else from him, and they'll destroy the remainder of his finances and move to the next host. If you don't want your hardworking money stolen from you, do not enter into a committed relationship. Do not live with a woman, do not get married, do not impregnate a woman, do not get into any legal battles with a woman, and make sure you are protecting yourself at all times. Women will tell you what you want to hear to try and manipulate you into rescuing her, but I'm here to tell you to let them struggle. Do not try to save or allow them to enter your life, cause chaos, and tear you down, because they would never try to save or help you if the situation was reversed, so you have to prioritize your life and keep ice water pumping through your veins. Don't allow yourself to feel sympathy or try to save these people who wreck their lives by making bad compounding decisions. That is not your job. Your job is to take care of yourself, and if you have kids, take care of your kids, and that's it. Leave these women alone and let them solve their own problems or find another man to do it. Peace leave is not worth the risk of going broke or homeless so that you can bust a nut and feel good for 10 seconds. There's no way in hell I would ever put myself in that position because I know for a fact that if I hit rock bottom, nobody is coming to save me. I want you to understand that women will not stick by you through thick or thin, even if you went broke because you were taking care of them. Most women will not give a crap about you, and when the money runs out, they'll be running out of your life and onto the digging stick of another man with resources. That's what they do, gents, so I need you to drill it into your head that going into 2023 monk mode and going your own way is the best solution while you're stacking chips and saving as much money as humanly possible. If you need to release some tension, get a subscription girlfriend and do what you gotta do. The name of the game in 2022 and onwards is rent, not buy, gents. You do not want to own a cow in this recession when you can buy the milk cheaply and get precisely what you want. I hope this message resonates with you guys because things are about to get from bad to worse, but at the very least I want you to be prepared as much as possible to weather the storm. Women should be the last thing on your priority list right now, and relationships should be pushed to the back of your to-do list for at least the next 3 to 5 years. If you take my advice seriously, eliminate XXs from your life completely, and focus on the grind and stacking your money, I guarantee your future self will be happy you did. With that out of the way, tap the like button and let's dive into the 3 things every man must overcome to get ahead and become financially independent. The first thing that men need to overcome is the validation of women. Listen, gents, I love women, and I love how they make me feel when I'm inside their bodies and the moments that I'm with them that aren't BS and drama. However, I know this life does not revolve around women, so I don't spend my time chasing them or trying to get them to like me. Life is too short for that ish. Trust me, it's a fruitless endeavor with no reward. I've done this in my teens and early 20s, so I know from personal experience that your life will not improve. You will not become successful, you will never be satisfied with life, and the women you want validation from will leave you eventually. Overall, it's not healthy. You want to get validation from your work and accomplishments, not women. So I suggest putting women in their proper perspective and then focusing on all the other important things that will benefit you in the future. You don't need love, you don't need a woman in your life, and you don't need women to validate you. Until you figure that out and free yourself, you'll always feel like you need women to complete you. Gents, I have a YouTube channel I'm trying to monetize. I'll link it in the description and pinned comments so you can support me by subscribing. I only need a few more of you to subscribe, and I'll be halfway monetized. Thank you for the support, brothers. I appreciate all of you. The second thing that men need to overcome is a poverty mindset. Look, gents, many people who have wealth or they are financially independent are self-made. It was not handed to them by a rich dad or a rich uncle. Instead, they worked their way to get the level of wealth they currently have by putting in the hard and smart work. If they can do it, then you who's watching this can do it too, but you have to change your mindset and put in the work to make it happen. Will it be easy? No, but it will be rewarding to attain financial freedom or financial independence to live a better quality of life. Are you willing to work 10 or more hours a day to make more money? Are you willing to work 2 or 3 jobs to build your emergency fund? Are you willing to go back to college or go to a trade school so you can level up your skill sets to make more money? Tell me, gents, because it's possible to become financially independent, and that is what every man watching this video right now should strive to become. I don't preach hope or delusion over here, and I know that all of us cannot be rich. It's not possible. Some of us don't want to put in the level of work and sacrifice to become rich. Some of us live in a country where at birth, you're losing economically, and it's damn near impossible to attain riches. Some of us will die before becoming wealthy, but we can die trying to become financially independent, which is the goal every man should strive for. It can be done. All of us can become financially independent no matter where we live once we have health, strength, and opportunities. So my brothers, you must change your mindset from impossible to possible. It can be done, but you must sacrifice to get there and leave women alone during your building phase. And it doesn't take much to become financially independent. When all of your expenses are covered by your assets and investments, so you don't have to work. Or you have 1 year's worth of all your monthly expenses in the bank adjusted for inflation, then you're financially independent in my book. When you reach that level, and trust me, all of us can, you will realize that getting rich may not be unattainable, but you have to start by becoming valuable, learning how to manage, keep and invest your money, taking risks and sacrificing before you reach that level. But understand that most men cannot become financially independent by just depending on their job or side hustle alone. So remember that you must have multiple income sources that don't rely on you working all the time because you can only work for so long. And make sure you don't have any debt that isn't generating income because the borrower is a slave to the lender. So it's possible to become financially independent, gents. It just takes knowledge, discipline, and hard and smart work to get there. The third thing that men need to overcome is their family. I won't stay too long on this point because some of you will get in your feelings without trying to see a different perspective. But I'll say this, most people that have walked this earth have had the most egregious things done to them, not by their enemies, but by the people around them. Their family specifically crippled them, sabotaged them, destroyed their future, and ended their lives because they never wanted to see that person win. Listen, men, you must not allow your family to hold you back, no matter what. This blood is thicker than water argument is BS, because if they really loved you, then they would want the best for you and themselves. But sadly, the world doesn't work like that. Families can be some of the most wicked people on the planet to their own blood, and you cannot allow those people to destroy your life or delete you under no circumstances. The family members in your life that serve no purpose and have parasitic and envious tendencies, you need to cut them out of your life like the cancer that they are. Once they cross the line of showing that they don't want the best for you and they're just trying to use you, then get rid of them. You have been warned, gentlemen. This could be your daughter, son, mother, wife, father, and extended family. It doesn't matter who they are. Excommunicate them out of your life because you cannot allow people to hold you down and stifle your success because they don't want to put in the work or because they're losers. Once you see the disrespect, rebellious nature, bad mind, and envy start to seep out from them, then plan your exit strategy, cut ties with them, and never look back. And when you make it, if you manage to repair the relationship, forgive, but never forget and love them from a distance because you never know who will try to end you. Be careful, guys. I know it's hard, but sometimes you have to do what's hard to ensure you become the person you were meant to be and live to breathe oxygen another day. If you're new and like our content, subscribe, tap the bell, and then tap all so you never miss any of our videos. Also on the screen is our Season 8 RP content that you will enjoy without a doubt, so click the video on the screen right now to get a good laugh and learn to be ahead of modern women.